Welcome to Dariusburst. Once again, we are saving the Chronicles. Last time we ended on a very hard stage, and that prompted me to go back and practice a bit at bed on, because said stage ends in Gigantic Bite. I've gotten some pretty good runs in against Gigantic Bite, but still, it's gonna be hard with incidental hits taking 15 to 20 shields off of me every time. It's not gonna be easy, and it also doesn't help that the things that happen before Gigantic Bite are all pretty hard as well. I did look at a playthrough of this stage by the same person that I have been looking up some tactics from. It's possible to get 40 to 50 shields if you are good. Especially that one fast stage gives a lot of shields if you can get them all. But we'll just have to try and try and try again. I'll give it maybe one normal try with 0 and everything, and then maybe I'll start giving myself some shields. But unless this first run is the winning run, I don't think I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna be back if something interesting happens or the winning run starts. See you then. Good start. Randomly deactivating my laser is like the worst, and I always do it because I think pressing the laser button again fixes it in position, when the thing that fixes in position is just start shooting normally. And that's a problem, because laser control is very important. The more enemies that want to shoot bullets at you appear in stages. Yeah, this is not feasible. I wish I could restart from mission failed, but no. That boots you back to the start. Wow, I beat stage 1. Inconceivable. I tried to restart. And now, a salty jaw. You shoot more bullets up here. Great. Too early. Restart. Perfect. Stage 1. Now to ruin it with the boss. Did not ruin it with the boss. This guy is not fun. Just not fun. That end of the stage could have gone better. One survived. Can I get past Assault Jaw just once? How did that hit? Small pride. That's just the worst attack. Don't know. And then crab with 4 hits. Crab with 2 hits. Crab with no hits. I don't know. I feel like this went a lot better the first time. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. I don't know why. What am I even doing? Wow, really? You shot one bullet. Wow, really? I deactivated my laser. Again. Stop it. Okay, now you deactivated my laser. Goodbye, power. Don't need you anyway, Spotwinkler. This is a short battle anyways, right? Touch the tail of a green laser. I could ignore those sweaties. Guess not. Maybe it's because I'm missing one power. Literally impossible. Okay, this is the moment where I raise my shield amount. Gonna stay on legend, because I now already know how the laser works on legend. Yes, just the shield amount. I now very much enjoy that enemies have a moment where they just show up on the screen before becoming tangible, because it tells me when to put my laser down. Obviously, this is the run where I get hit by you. that hit to get 1 green that I definitely didn't need. More shields definitely makes me play worse. Overall. Destroy the back fin immediately. Actually, use your regular laser. Remember if you're gonna shoot regular bullets there. I'm not sure if that works. That definitely did not work. But that green laser definitely recharges my laser if they collide. That much I have realized. No burst time for you. Here, power meant that the laser actually runs out faster because there's less enemies to fuel it left. The stage where I finally learn laser control. I mean, that puzzle stage a little bit ago also was that. Forty shields for Twinkler, not sure if that's enough. These bubbles are the worst bullets. Why can't they just be ho-ho bubble bullets? And be a lot scarier looking than they are. Because these are just legitimately in the way all the time. Why did I move down? It was safe up there. Yeah, he still took 8 hits off of me. No, 7 hits. But still. Too much. Twin Claw worse than Gigantic Bite. Now we're entering places that I haven't seen yet today. Which does not bode well. But this is where the blue shield drops at the bottom. Kept thinking I was killing the enemy too quickly in stage 2. And the shield was just dropping off screen. Might be too powerful. I'm actually destroying those platforms at the bottom. Honestly, I don't care. This is poetic justice or something. Using the resources the game is giving me. Getting hit by lasers because the game is giving them to me. Insane star. How insane could you possibly be? Oh, you're placing bombs right where I am, so... That insane, I guess. I can keep the shield amount I have at about this level, we might be fine. This is the shield farming stage. Because you shouldn't really need any of the other resources at this moment. Even if you didn't give yourself any at the start. Yeah, these lasers also instantly recharge my laser. Is it just lasers in general? Like, it's not counterbursting with this small laser, but it still reacts to other lasers. Bit too early to find that out, I guess. I mean, it makes sense, considering it recharges when hitting bullets in general. But essentially it means, as long as the enemy has a laser up, also have your laser up. Last time I lost a lot of hits against this guy because he didn't want to die, and I started to get bored of him, I guess. And considering we probably were at max power with him last time as well. Doesn't really change this time. Just confused because sometimes this thing just dies instantly, but it might be shot type related. Like dealing lots of damage to the main body in the first castle phase with Uikaa, for example. I'm not hitting the mid boss. So this is how that other player moves to get the shield. And it sure works. Need the green. Also, that other player got hit about as much during this phase of the stage as me, so now I don't feel nearly as bad about calling this corridor hell. I think I got hit a lot less than he did, in fact, in this particular instance of hell. But then I ran into walls that definitely didn't need to happen. And placing your laser diagonally is like the best way to use it. It just shields you from everything. Unless things suddenly decide to come from behind. Here comes Heavy Gluttons. The only thing the other player does for Heavy Gluttons is countering the burst, which I don't feel comfortable doing. Still want to try placing my laser on it, but when it comes back in. Also, they just stopped shooting during this phase, so you can just not do anything, but maybe they counter or something, I don't know. Didn't need to dodge there. That got me hit. I mean, using the laser here to just shield me from danger is probably the smartest way for me to use it. Wow, Snake Laser, you sure tried. The last grey bullet had to hit me. Oh, they are not countering or anything. Don't think there's any reason to stop shooting them unless you want better visibility, I guess. Yeah, snake laser... I mean, I'm dodging it. But it definitely doesn't want to be dodged. Oops, placed my laser too far in the back. Can you please die eventually? Okay, you're not hiding for long anymore. I think that's usually a sign of things to come. Like you don't want to waste my time anymore. And my shields. No, you definitely want to waste my shields until your last breath. You know you are not gonna kill me. You're gonna do as much damage as you can in the million years that you live. You brought me under 50. And now you're wasting my time again, so no, that's not a low health sign at all. That's a low health sign if I've ever seen one. Now for the worst stage. I mean, only one part of this stage is really the worst. I'll call it the shooting gallery. Oh, we're still doing this. I thought we were already done with this part. This part goes on far longer than I thought. Hey, it brought me back to above 50, so... Stop playing bad. I know you want to rush, but... Here comes the shooting gallery. I have no laser fight. I think the trick seems to be just move around a lot. Because everything they do is aimed at you. Somewhere there was a curvy laser. Oh yeah, down there. I'm gonna take a hit. Get rid of the curvy laser. This part is actually fun, but sometimes they just decide to shoot at you. See, what are you supposed to do at that moment? You can't kill them all. now I should be safe here. There might be one more shield drop. Not sure if I can get it if I'm staying here. Yes, possibly. And now, let's see if my training paid off. 51 to... how many will be left? It's definitely my most trained boss in the game. Definitely playing worse than during any training run. He has like one attack that I still am not good at. By which I mean one attack that I don't think I've ever done without getting it. And he doesn't need to do it. You're pretty much safe if you just stay in the top corner and put your laser right below you. Like this. But it's not really necessary. I do need my laser for this though. For some reason it took forever for me to think about just turning around to shoot the things he spawns from behind. Because during boss battles, unless the boss goes to the other side of me, I kinda stop thinking about turning around. Also, this attack should not hit me at all, but for some reason during this run it's proven to be the worst. Also, I was a little too high. And now I have as many shields as I would normally have at the start of this boss fight. This boss can just mess you up. If he so wishes. This is the one attack that I'm not sure about. But once I place the lasers halfway decent, you want to just put it horizontal, no, vertically. Completely vertically. But in the heat of the moment, I'm never getting it right. You're gonna leave and leave a friend? I think so. Probably, yes. That's not perfect. That wasn't perfect at all. Ran out of laser in a very crucial moment. This attack is interesting because first he does a warning shot and then shoots in essentially the same direction with an actual shot. For this I'm just turning around constantly and don't get hit too much, and now he is essentially dead. Like, he either dies during this attack or next. No. Unless I missed out on damage somewhere fierce. It is worth noting that during training I have Infinity Beam, like auto recharge, so there is more laser damage happening. Honestly, I'm glad I gave myself as many shields as I did. This should be the last possible time for him to die. Like, I did one run where I didn't use my laser at all, and this is why I died, where he died. Oof. Training paid off, but definitely played worse than ever before. This stage is bad. I don't like it. Yeah, okay. I can handle this. 17 shields, yeah, that should be fine. It's not even Crimson, it's Azure. Didn't do it in time. I think I am max power though. So I guess that short moment to place my laser uselessly was all it took. Now, I question who needs a practice stage for Azure Nightmare at this point in the game. I mean, normally you don't fight it as much as I did, considering it appeared a lot more in the DLC than normally. And maybe it comes back in one of the next few stages. That was a useless hit. Can I break it now? But some of my missiles are getting destroyed by the laser also. Yeah, no, I'm not breaking that. Maybe next is just not strong enough. Yeah, I'm not worried if I meet this guy. Although, it did take 6 hits, so it's not like it's free. What's next? 18 stages? No, we are not doing that today. That was 14 stages. We are not doing 18 stages. But at least it immediately puts out formula, which means I'm not gonna use formula. Maybe I'm just gonna immediately go in with... Well, I'm definitely gonna go immediately in with next and a few shields. Okay. Next time, Uikaa. Because we can. Boy, this was a hard stage today. I'm glad we had a little bit of peace afterwards.